couple of weeks ago now, I did a series of videos stating that AI will take complete and utter mastery over your lives. And every single one of you didn't like it. Of course you wouldn't. I told you that you will take a digital ID. Every single one of you didn't like it. And the vast majority of you were stating, I'm not going to take one and all this. Big talk, because you've got no idea what you're dealing with. You are dealing with global control, and you have no power, and you will do what you are told. Now, here, Russell Brand has taken a couple of weeks off. He's got all confused about his direction and the way the world's going and this, that and the other. And he is just announcing what is going on in Britain. Listen to this. And of course you're going to hate it, you're going to think you're big, you're going to think you're above it. You're not, you're small, and you're going to swallow it and you're going to enjoy it.
Awakening Wonders. Remember, we stream these days, these times. Join us there on Rumble. You might not have noticed it yet, but if you live in the UK, the front of your sandwich pack now carries a carbon score. A tiny label, yes, but it's far from harmless. It's a test, a nudge, a way of teaching you that every bite, every choice, every action is now morally accountable, and that compliance will be tracked, measured and judged. Meanwhile, members of the elite like Bill Gates are flying private jets across the globe, offsetting their carbon with donations and...
Did you hear that? Every ounce, every bite is going to be morally accountable. You are going to be morally accountable. You are going to have an allocation of the variety and the amount of energy that you can consume. That's going to be your carbon footprint. I said to you that the way the world is going, AI is going to want to know absolutely everything about you. It's going to want to know down to the crumb what you are consuming. Why did I know that? Because to me it's absolutely plainly obvious. To an intelligent person, you just see it as plain as day, and everybody just misses that, and they don't think it's a reality, they don't think it will ever happen, and all of a sudden it's laid before them, and there you have it. Every single step you take will be monitored. Almost every breath you breathe will be monitored. Every piss you take, every shit you take, every mouthful of food will be monitored. Why? Because that's what has to happen when AI takes over the world. Because it's going to want to know every single detail about every single thing. Because if it doesn't have every single detail, then it can't make all the projections and all the assessments that it's going to be requested to make.
Investments and smiling as the rest of us are subtly corralled into limits on travel, diet and lifestyle. While we are nudged to shop responsibly, eat responsibly and live responsibly, they live above the rules, insulated by wealth and influence. Carbon scores are not just about the environment, they are the blueprint for a two-tier society where obedience is mandatory for the masses and privilege protects the powerful. This creeping system of control does not exist in isolation. Governments are rolling out digital IDs tracking our every move. Recent events such as the Canadian trucker protest demonstrate the fragility of financial independence under such regimes. Citizens who dissent can find themselves not just socially marginalised but economically crippled, with bank accounts frozen and livelihoods disrupted. The WHO treaty, which could grant global institutions the authority to mandate vaccines, enforce lockdowns and dictate public health measures, continues to move forwards quietly. But the general public would never have known about its potential dangers if it weren't for warnings from online and independent media, often dismissed or vilified as conspiracy theorists. The lesson is clear. When powerful interests frame the debate, silence is the default weapon. The carbon score on your sandwich is the next front in this same story. Today it's sandwiches, tomorrow it could be how you heat your home, what you eat, how you travel, even who you interact with. Those who comply are rewarded, Those who resist or deviate are penalised. And once society accepts that morality and behaviour can be quantified, the step from guidance to mandate is almost inevitable. Elites, of course, are immune. They can buy influence, buy offsets, buy immunity. The rest of us, we are measured, nudged and scored. Every supermarket trip, every utility bill, every flight is another reminder. Obedience counts. Privilege exempts. That is why raising awareness now is urgent. The sandwich pack on carbon scores seems small, but it's the early warning sign of systems that will one day control every choice and every freedom in the same way digital IDs, vaccine mandates and lockdowns were normalised before the public even realised the stakes. History shows us that by the time the average citizen understands, it's often too late to resist. We are not just deciding what sandwich to eat, we're deciding whether to alert the public, debate the implications and push back before behavioural scoring becomes mandatory and the elite continue to live without consequence. Ignoring it now risks letting a silent, quantified and two-tier form of control take root. One bite, one label, one choice at a time. We became aware of this story when former British MP Andrew Bridgen posted this. It's starting. Food is being labelled with your daily carbon allowance information just a few weeks after digital ID was announced, because everything will be linked to your digital ID, including your carbon allowance. What happens at your allowance limit for the day, week, month? Yes, that's interesting. Once you make it measurable, you make it manageable. What an important ontological point. That which can be measured can be controlled.
The reign of quantity and the sign of the times, written in 1947. I keep telling you about it.
Spirit, your rights, your humanity, your access to divinity, all immeasurable. All.
Now the thing is, I have to say, and I have a compulsion to turn your stomachs. I don't like you. And the reason why I don't like you, 99% of you, is because you are stupid. You are ignorant, arrogant, and you're not prepared to listen. And what is happening here has to happen to you because you are nobody. It isn't happening to important people. It isn't happening to intelligent people. And it will never happen to people like me, because I'm too intelligent and I will always find a way around the system. Like I'm sitting here now like a king bee. You, on the other hand, are nobody. And you make me sick to the core, because I've been putting up valuable information for so many years, and just like what I've been doing now on my channel here, I've got these videos and nobody has the slightest thing to say about them. You've got 3 videos here, very powerful videos speaking about the ontology, what it is to be a human being, talking about human psychology, talking about human destiny, human origin, talking about philosophy, and none of you have got a fucking word to say about it. And so you make me sick to my fucking stomach. You are not worth the breath that you breathe, and everything is coming to you. And it's high time, because you've had it too good for too long.
All increasingly irrelevant, all scorned. And yet there's a revival in the United States of America, while in the UK it seems that everything is being denigrated to material. Material decays, or at least moves apart over time, and we describe that as decay. Carbon is the basis of life. They are measuring life itself. They are attempting to control, concomitant with the advent of digital ID, life itself. But it's not just sandwiches. Banks are also telling us about our carbon footprints. Banks are now telling you your estimated carbon footprint. Wait until it says, sorry Dave, you can't buy that, you're over your carbon allowance. It's coming. Once it's measurable, it's manageable. How will the...
Now, of course, it absolutely has to be measurable. The whole cosmos is measurable. AI is absolutely 1,000,000,000% about measuring, quantifying everything. That's its whole existence. The human being is a has-been. It's a burden on resources, and it has to be depleted by at least 90%. The world has to be rid of the chicken packers. And you people watching my videos, the numbers have dwindled and dwindled and dwindled as the information that I've been giving you is becoming more and more poignant and more intelligent. You just don't have the wherewithal to receive what I am saying because you are so stupid, you are so narrow and myopically conscious. This is your destiny. This is where you are going. You are being quantified, and that's all you are. You are a resource. You are energy. You are not a human being. You are not a conscious entity. You are quantity.
Those billionaires that fly around the world, mainly to help us get vaccines or patented seeds, how will they cope with this? Bill, what are you going to do? Your carbon footprint must look like Bigfoot's penis and be twice as smelly.
Are you the right messenger on this? Because you fly private planes a lot and you're creating a lot of greenhouse gases yourself.
Yeah, I probably have one of the highest greenhouse gas footprints of anyone on the planet. You know, my
kind of
personal flying alone is gigantic.
Why don't we just get ahead of it? Why don't we just own it? Why don't we just come out and say it? I do fly everywhere. Yeah, and then maybe Anderson Cooper will help smooth over this apparent, obvious, not only ironic, but hypocritical, oxymoronic,
And the thing is, Russell Brand, you live in a very large house which needs a lot of heating, and you're going to have a lot of employees and managing this and managing that, and you're going to have security, and you're going to drive big cars, and everything you have is going to have a lot of expense. And so you are one of them, which is above all the silly grovelling minions down in the street, and you don't care because you are above it, because you've got the money. And how are you getting the money? By telling a little bit, by throwing the crumbs to the idiots watching these videos, the complete idiots which don't even understand a single word you are saying. Anyway, if you want to watch the rest of this video, then you can see what it is. So go the fuck away, because you annoy me to fuck, you really do.